Mm-hmm. That's right. We up in this piece.
Yeah. Let's go.
Till I bring y'all a little beat, a little music or something to y'all. I'll get in here. It's on Fired Up Broadcasting. And we'll be getting this show started in a few. So enjoy, sit back, relax. I know a lot of people watching the game. Y'all can watch the game and do this too. We doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, we sure are.
You can't do two things at one time.
It's called multitasking. Let's go.
Multitask, baby. So as I go in here and share and making sure that people can get in from Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. But TikTok, no, TikTok yet. But definitely Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, and what's the other one? Be missing something.
Instagram, Facebook,
Twitch,
TikTok, Twitch,
and I'm forgetting something. I know it's one more that we're on.
Threads?
No, LinkedIn.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that's what's up. So as I share here, we waiting on you guys to come in. We about to get it started in maybe another minute or two. I just like the fact that I can rock to some music while I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you guys just tapping in, share, like. Oh, my sound. Can I hear?
I can hear you.
Real good. I'm not loud. I'm good.
Yeah.
Good. All right. You know, sometimes we could little bias to ourselves. And if y'all in here, y'all watching, give us a thumbs up or give us, something. Let us know in the chat so that y'all here, so we can recognize y'all, give y'all a little recognition as well. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be getting this party started in just a few. I'm giving you guys time to share.
That's right. Every friend tell a friend. Let's go.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. You tell two friends, they tell two friends.
Somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
Yep.
Right? We got a lot to talk about today. We got quite a few things to talk about today, y'all. It's going to be crazy. And of course, the first thing is the debate. So if y'all can see in the title, fake marriage. Oh yeah. We got a lot. Be ready, man. I think we're gonna go ahead and get started. Who we got there on Facebook? You ready, big dog?
Let's go.
Let's get it started.
All our illusions will disappear, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We stay down.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to deal with it unless I had it. And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason. Peace. I love y'all.
The reasons that we're here.
What's up? It's your boy Fuel, and this is Reasons on Fired Up Broadcasting. It's got your boy Fuel, and who we got over there, boy? Who you that bitch, boy?
You already know, boy. Black Lift in the building. Let's go. Let's go.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Hope you guys getting in. I know the game is going and stuff or whatever, but we watching the game and we talking to y'all. We got a lot to talk about.
Multitasking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And as you can see, we don't have Fat Boy with us today. He's got an emergency deal going on. So, more blessings out to him and his girl. Make sure everything is okay. You know what I'm saying? So we're praying that everything's good with you guys. Also, we have, man, we got nice little topics for you guys today. We're talking about Jada Pinkett Smith. Y'all understand the whole ordeal with the marriage and everything that has been going on with her and Will Smith, and the news about them being separated as long as they have and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna get into that. But also, this month is also the National Domestic Violence month. Where we're actually talking about this month or this week, we're going to be talking about gaslighting. Is also known as an abuse for domestic violence. So we got that we're talking about, and then we're talking about the controversial conversation we've been having. Probably, what'd you say, Woody?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about Coach Prime. So yeah, and I got I don't know. I'm a little, how can I put it? I don't know. I don't want to like think I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has their opinions and the reasons why they, think certain things about, Prime and everything. So I down today. We're gonna break it down as to how I feel and see the reasons why I think the way I think, and it's reasoned as you and Fat Boy, because y'all was a little against me on this or whatever, and see what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, so let's get into it.
Okay.
All right, big dog. So we got a video. So what I want to do, and then also we're gonna have a dear brother, dear sister. Yeah, dear brother, dear sister question just came in. So we're gonna have that coming up later too, y'all. So yes, indeed, we got a show for you. All right, but we're gonna talk about this whole Dion thing, man. We gotta get this conversation today. We're not gonna talk more.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about it no more after today. But let's go here. All right. So I'm gonna play the video. What I'm gonna do, because Dr. Umar is one of the guys, basically, and he has his opinion about how Dion wasn't helping the schools and this and that. But me, man, I'm a realist. I mean, I basically, when I break things down, or if I think about what someone has said and their personalities, and then I get certain things from his mouth. So people that's been there or that was there with him, it's kind of what I roll with because they were there. It's just like the whole thing with with the celebrities. You don't really know what's going on behind doors unless you was there. But we can assume and we can think and we can always what people have said or done or whatever the case may be. But as your boy Fuel, I like to do a little research and bring it to you raw. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead. What you got to say? What you got to say?
Look, don't think we haven't researched this matter, bro, because we have.
Oh, okay.
But it's okay. Hey, go ahead.
I don't know if y'all researched it because y'all didn't even know how many daggone blacks was at the school. So I don't think y'all are on that team as well.
Blacks was at what school?
On that team. In Colorado. On that team. Y'all on the team. Y'all didn't know how many it was. Y'all was just talking about like it was only a few, but damn near the whole team.
No. We never said it was a few.
Y'all said,
bro, every college, every Division I college program is about 70% black.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter.
That's what y'all well, we have to play it back. Maybe it wasn't you, but it could have been Fat Boy.
Okay.
But talk to me, y'all. All right, so this first video I'm gonna do, and this is basically what you guys was talking about, and I'm gonna play this. It's with Dr. Umar. All right, and then we'll kind of weigh between the two as to what the real truth is or what people really should be thinking I don't know. I ain't here to change people's mind, but I'm just saying I try to get more factual than anything with this. So let me see if I can bring this one up real quick. Bear with me, y'all. All right, here we go.
Okay.
That. Why they not at South Carolina State? You know why? Because it was a white school. Oh, it's the same reason why entertainers will go to the Grammys and go to the AMAs, but they'll start fights at the Source Awards and the BETs because we value white people. We want to be accepted by white people. Deion wanted white people to know he could coach at a white school.
I think this is miscategorization, Mr. Doctor.
No.
All right, let's start there. Let's start there.
Okay.
Now he's on the panel, and you can see the reactions of people, whatever. And this is my thing. I do not take in as certain people that just listen to themselves talk to be able to, or to be on the stage or whatever, and to be able to talk or whatever. And that's what this seemed like in the case for me. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like you're basically talking about what one man is doing, and you never talk to that man. And that's where my problem comes in. Is like you talk about what you feel that this guy should be doing in a HBCU, when he did go to HBCU for 2 years, and basically things stolen from him, money wasn't right on the ticket sale, all that type of stuff or whatever, to the point where he should have any reason to want to leave or want to go or whatever the case may be, or find something else or whatever. So that's one point. That's one point that I'm at. What do you got so far? You anywhere? You got it?
Okay, but when you went to that school, you knew what it was. You acting like he didn't know where he was going when he went to Jackson State.
It's not
unfortunately, that school is in a ghetto ass town. It's in a ghetto city. But University of Colorado is in fucking Boulder, Colorado, where they spend the poverty level there is non-existent. The people there have money. You know what I'm saying? So when you're in a school that's in an area that has been historically disenfranchised, like where Jackson State is, you can't expect it to be the same as Boulder, Colorado, bro. You can't.
No, you can't. But the argument is, why did this man have to stay there just to take just because? You know what I'm saying? Just because he's black, just because he has a name or whatever, and try to run this whole institution to a certain level, when basically what he did, it did bring the attention to HBCUs or whatever.
But that's the point. The point is, when he went there with a goal. He went there because when he first got hired there, no white schools would touch him. No white school, when he was a high school coach, not a single white school would touch him. So Jackson State gave him the opportunity. They gave him the chance. Now, when he said he was going there, he said his goal to go there was to put HBCUs on the map. You need to go back and look at what he said when he first went to Jackson State.
Did he not put him on the map?
He put Jackson State on the map, yeah.
Okay. So he did his job. He did what he said he was going to do. Okay, let's go into let's get into the rest of it.
I think what Deion wanted was to show that he can be successful in collegiate sports.
He could have done it.
Well, he did it in Jackson. This is the point I'm making.
2 years, was it?
Yeah, he did it, and he did it. He did it. So what I'm saying is, though,
brother, come on.
Listen,
he used them to get seen, known. And you know what I think, y'all? I believe the white power structure sat down, had a meeting, and said, we got to put an end to this. If we let Deion stay at Jackson, and he start pulling Ed Reed and Randall Cunningham, and all these ex-NFL greats to these HBCUs, they're going to steal our money. This is $1 billion empire. We cannot afford for the HBCU to steal all the top-tier athletes, because there will be a reversal of power.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now that part could be
Could be
argumentative
true.
as well. No, it could be argumentative as well.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't really know. You don't know. I mean, you can assume because you're on this whole Black revolutionary type thing. You can assume that this is what it is. You can assume. You don't know for sure. You don't have facts. You know what I'm saying? To say, oh, he went because, or they hired him there because of this or that. You don't have facts of that. That's
okay,
just
but let me ask you this though. Why does it have to be a Black revolutionary thing? It's not that. It's about caring for your own people. It's not a revolutionary thing.
But that's what I'm saying is, to me, it is because he's basically making this argument as to him being a Black guy that basically had a pull and didn't, and then left such and such a hanging, that type of thing. So that's why I look at it as a revolution.
I'm gonna tell you now, when he pulled Travis Hunter, that was the first step where they were like, okay, we got to do something about this. We can't have him taking all these top tier people and taking these top tier talents into HBCUs.
Who said that?
Huh?
Who said that?
I'm telling you, I promise that people said that.
Where's the facts? Where's the people that said it?
Okay.
Exactly.
Yep. So it's a conspiracy. Yeah, it's a conspiracy.
We're saying we're assuming things are said or whatever, but we don't have any facts of what's been said. You know what I mean? And we assume facts what happened. Let me finish, and then we're gonna go into my man that basically actually played for Deion and basically was at the school and give you his opinion. All right, so here we go. Get the last here.
This is what they said. And they said we don't beat the Black community because he's the one who also criticized Colin Kaepernick for taking a knee. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to get the whitest school in the country to offer him some money to come teach them. Because he could have went somewhere. They were making a statement. Deion was sent the statement that every one of them ninjas got a price. Find his and pay him off.
All right. Bullshit.
Okay.
Bullshit. And this is why I say it's bullshit. It's because you sitting here and basically happened and not really knowing what happened. You're basically saying that they're paying him off to go to a white school or whatever. They send him to a school that has no or a school that basically took him on was one that had no winning record or wasn't any good and all this type of stuff or whatever. Okay. If that was the case, why would you bring this man to this school to bring these athletes or whatever, Black athletes or whatever the case may be, to kind of upgrade their athletic whatever, and then of course, and I understand keeping it in that league. In that league, I understand that. But the whole point is that's not what his desire was. His desire was to get Black athletes that he know that he could bring from Florida or whatever and his kids.
Okay, Phil. Here's the issue. Here's the issue with that though. The number one issue is when they say Black school and white school, you only think about the athletics. We're talking about academics. We're talking about the university as a whole. Colorado is a predominantly white school. Fact. That's what they're talking about when they say the whitest school. They're not talking about the athletes because even some of the whitest of white schools, fucking Wyoming got so many Black players, and who the hell wants to go to Wyoming? You know what I'm saying? But they recruit they go to the ghetto and they recruit these Black kids to come to Wyoming. But they go to Iowa. Okay, go to Iowa State.
Okay, so just like you just said, they've been doing it for however long. If they was already this may be, and that's basically the one reason a lot of them go there is because that's where the money is.
It's not. Wasn't no money in Colorado. Wasn't no money in Wyoming. Look, I could get you stats right now to show you how many. Wait a minute, listen. I can get you stats right. No, yes, it's money. Wait a minute.
Come on.
Let me rephrase.
Yeah.
There is money there,
Yeah.
but it's not for the athletes. Okay, wait a minute. What I'm saying is what we have to look at is the white
They had
schools.
money to
Wait a
pay.
minute, listen. What I want to get out about Coach Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Why people are pissed off is because what he's doing is the same thing that all the white schools have been doing with white coaches. But when it's a black person that does it, that's like him doing it to his own. Do you understand that? You get what I'm saying?
Say that again.
It's like him screwing his own people. They've been doing it at Alabama and all this other stuff. So he went to a historically black college and they were like, okay, he's gonna help elevate HBCUs. But then the minute he got that golden parachute and went to a white school, so now he's doing the same thing that all these other colleges have been doing to black people forever.
And what should be doing then?
He should have stayed where he was.
For what?
To improve improve HBCUs.
He improved the HBCUs the 2 years that he was there. And he was still getting treated fucked up.
How was he getting treated fucked up?
They didn't pay him. They cheated him on the ticket sales that was coming in. They didn't they were stealing, they stole shit, your jewelry, all that kind of stuff in his offices, all that type of stuff.
Once again, though, man, you know
that's the problem with us. We always want something or whatever the case may be, but we got our own taken from our own.
No.
Yes,
the problem is you knew when you went there, you knew what it was. Birmingham, I mean,
he didn't know. You trying to tell me he knew he was going to get cheated on tickets? He knew he was going to get his stuff stolen.
He knew that school didn't have that kind of money.
The moment, but the point, he promised him a certain amount. Did they give it to him? That's the point. You know, and then if you only limited a certain amount, what are you going to do for your family, for your friend or whatever, in order to try to uplift them or get them further? You basically try to get in where you fit in when it comes to where the money is.
According to him, he's even saying this shit now. He's already rich. What the fuck does he do? I mean, you know what I'm saying? He's already rich.
He's already rich, but still, if you got your kids, you got 5. How many kids he got? 5, 6?
I think he got 5. 2 of them play on his football team. Yeah,
3 boys and 2 girls.
Yeah,
that I know of. So you know what I'm saying? So having 5 kids or whatever, all not athletes or whatever. So you got to look out for your family. You know what I mean? You got to make sure that they have something or whatever the case may be. And you want to be sure that your kid can have the opportunities. There's a lot of these other schools that kids that shouldn't even be in the daggone league have an opportunity. So that's the thing or whatever, that when you're talking about professional, you're talking about personal, you're talking about your family or whatever, you want to look out for you first. That's
once
anybody.
Again, no, he used HBCU to get on to a bigger, wider school.
In order to get to a bigger place, okay, you can say that. Okay.
Yes, because they would not hire him.
You can't blame nobody for that.
They would not have hired him. They would not have hired him.
Let's hear someone that actually went to the school and get their opinion and played for him and get their opinion. All right.
I had made a post because people was bashing him for leaving, right? But there's so many things that people didn't know, like his jewelry got stole, you know, different stuff like that. The schools wasn't paying him after a certain amount of ticket sales and all of that, right? And people was bashing me, saying that I didn't know what I was talking about. Do you think financially they pack fair with Deion?
Man, no, I don't think so. Come on, man. I lived in Jackson all my life. I've been around Jackson State all my life. I went to school 4 years. I'm just knowing they not meeting his expectation. I'm knowing they not coming to no time on what type of person. Me watching him in that short period of time I was there, seeing what type of guy he is, and you just like watch him on TV, like he demand excellence. His standards up here.
Yeah.
And like Jackson State, that's a great institution. But as far as the standard is not, it's like, cause it's like,
Mediocre.
yeah, cause you like, it's like I'm in Texas now.
Yeah.
Man, it's high schools, they got better facilities than Jackson State.
Nah, for real?
Yeah, than HBCUs. You feel me? So like, he was the man. Like he wanted his expectations up here with the school, and the school wasn't used to that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
School wasn't used to that type of get used to. You feel me? When you so stuck in a way, like you gotta break habits. You gotta break things. You gotta break certain ways you think. And he was coming there. He was doing it. You feel me? He was breaking certain ways, getting rid of people doing it. You feel me? Like the school one, I feel like they were ready for it just yet.
Yeah.
I feel like if he would have stayed, like how you say, if he would have stayed, like he'll be hurting himself. You feel me? You know how people hurt themselves. Like sometimes you gotta grow. Like you can outgrow certain situations. You feel what I'm saying?
That part.
Okay, but once again, what
That part.
you just played actually goes to what I was saying. The money, the facilities and money that the HBCUs don't have, bruh. I live in Texas. I guarantee you, where I'm at right now,
Yeah,
there's 3 high school stadiums that's better than Jackson State right now. But
Hey,
that's because these schools don't get the money that the
Yes,
other schools get.
So
Hold
why
on.
did he have to stay there? Why would you ask someone to stay somewhere that's not going to get the job done?
Because it was that way when he took the job. He knew what he was getting into.
But yeah, but the point was to try to get more recognition, to try to get facilities better, to try to get that stuff or whatever. Okay, so when it didn't happen
in 2 years,
yes, and
that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen in 2 years.
It should have happened the first year.
No, it couldn't.
It should have happened the first year. At least the recognition, the people that look how much he's done in 1 year here at this other school than any other.
Because they already had the money for the facilities, Fuel. They facilities were top notch.
They already have the money. That's why
their facilities were top notch.
You have to go where the money is if nobody else. Let me tell you. Let's put this as an example. Say you work for Walmart, right? You making only $15 an hour. Well, Walmart is owned by a Black-owned company. Now, you have an opportunity to work at Target. Target is a white-owned company, and Target is paying you $25 an hour. All right, and right now you barely meet on that $15 an hour. Now you're gonna look at and being that it's Black-owned, do you feel like you're gonna stay there because it's Black-owned and it should be there for the Black folks or whatever the case may be, or will you go where the money is, where you can make ends meet for you and your family?
Those are not the same examples, Fuel.
Yes, it is.
Dude was already rich
on a bigger stage. It's the bigger stage.
He knew what he was getting. Look, let me tell you. Before he went to Jackson State, these white schools were not going to offer him a job.
Whether they was or not. The point is however he got in, that was his point, is to get in, to be a coach. However he got in, and whatever opportunities, yes, Jackson did give him or whatever, because Jackson, they benefited some kind of way. They benefited. The stick tickets.
They got a little taste of money.
Who got that money when he was there? Because obviously he wasn't, and that's why he left so soon.
You still make it seem like
if you don't see the growth in what you're doing in 2 years that you're there, and you're not really trying to do anything or whatever the case may be, then yes, I'm gonna move on.
Look up Jackson State Stadium capacity. I promise you, they was not making no fat bank at Jackson State. Exactly. They wasn't making a lot of money.
But the idea was to bring. Was the ideal not to bring it? Was the stadium full when he was there and made a lot of money off of his credentials alone?
Not the first year, the second year it was.
The first year did too. What are you talking about?
Okay.
You crazy? Yes, it first year did too. So that's my whole point. It's kind of like, you can only do so much. And just like my man just said or whatever, sometimes you can outgrow what it is or whatever the case may be. It's kind of like old alumni and stuff like that don't understand a lot of these new things that goes on. And that's exactly what my man was saying too. Let me finish real quick and then we're gonna be done with this. All right. Let me finish real quick. We went on this one, 20 minutes?
With all that being said, Dion fan, like, do you support what he got going on right now with Colorado and all that?
Let me say this on camera because people gonna get me wrong. I'm die hard Jackson State. I'm Jackson for life. You feel me? Yeah. But I support Dion. I really do support Dion. I respect what he got going on. I feel like he doing it for the right reasons. You feel me? I respect it.
And you know something? Like, I appreciate you even coming on camera and saying what you're saying, because hopefully somebody from Jackson that's in position to speak up, say something, would say, hey, look, man, even our people, even some of our players that went here are complaining, man. Maybe we need to take a look at how we structure things and how we do things different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's most deal. I just feel like the ones that's really hurt by the Dion situation are like the older alumni.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, it's like a new generation of game. And you feel me? I think Coach Prime, he adjusting to the game because as old here, so you feel me, get the money that people getting now.
Yeah.
And I feel like the older alumni, they don't quite understand. Like, they so, you know how people be stuck in their way. Like I'm saying, like they stuck in their way. Like, your mindset gotta change. Like, you can't be stuck in their way. Before Prime got there, folks ain't care about it. Before Ashley Robinson, let me just not say Prime. Let me say Ashley Robinson, because he changed a whole bunch about that school the first year he was there.
Yeah. Like,
far as like jerseys, like the student athletes, like equipment.
I'm gonna stop it right there because we run out of time. But as you can see, what he said, and this is the reason why I make this argument, is because I'm going from somewhere there, play there, seeing what was going on, half talking to probably Prime at times or whatever, or you know what I'm saying, has some sort of relationship, not as far as work ethic. I mean, as far as being a team player and all that type of stuff or whatever. You know what I mean? And when you hear it from the horse's mouth, that's what I go by. I don't go by and assuming or whatever he did it because of this and he did. And then not only that, I go by the man's spirit, by how, sometimes you can be connected spiritually in a way of knowing how someone is being true and honest to the game. And to me, I think he's being true and honest to the game. So you can't blame nobody for being that or wanting to be more for his family. And not only that, bringing black kid colleges, and like I told y'all before, those families have.
He didn't need to bring black players there; they were already there.
How long wasn't there? He got rid of.
I know, yeah. He took a lot of his players from Jackson State to Colorado. Okay. So now Jackson State ain't got shit, but it don't matter. I get what you're saying, but once again, I'm going back to what the man said when he first went there. That's number one. That his goal was to bring up HBCUs, which he brought them up a little bit, and he wait a minute, and he stole one 5-star recruit from Alabama or some other school. Cool. Okay. But once again, my opinion is he should have stayed there and done what he did. He should have stayed there and like finished the job. Because like I said, Jackson State gave him a chance when none of these other white schools was looking at him at all.
Well, okay. Levance, what's up? Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Give us some more comments on what you think on this as well. He said, I'm with you, Fuel. Thank you.
Okay.
And when you read the comments, there's a lot of people, you see the negative comments on the Umar, Dr. Umar, that says Dr. Umar is reaching. Celebrities show up to JSU too. You know what I'm saying? The celebrities were at Jackson, they said. Umar this one. You'll better pay attention to dude. You better pay attention to dude or something like that. I didn't get all of that one. But anyway, it's a lot of negative comments on there. And then when you look at the comments on the one or the guy that actually went to Jackson, so that's what I go by. I just go by someone that actually went there and understand what's going on. He could have came on there and been like, yeah, he did us wrong. Yeah, that's that, HBCU. And this is a guy that's basically, like he said, he's HBCU for life. So, you know what I mean? He's not complaining about it because he understands what the game was. And a lot of people don't. And so people that don't is the people that sit back and want to complain and always black culture and always say, like, we can't do this when you didn't get in and dig in and see an ass and find out beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Umar, you're a big timer, basically, where everybody knows you. It ain't go talk to Dion or whatever, or have someone to be like, you know what I'm saying, man, so why are you leaving, blah blah blah, or this and that or whatever, or even go on later and have that disagreement. You know what I'm saying, to where he can explain and hear something from the horse's mouth. It's kind of like, we always talking shit or whatever, but nobody hears from the horse's mouth. And then when you hear from the horse's mouth, you don't want to believe it neither. Period. Anyway,
I don't give a damn because once again, that's why people have opinions. My opinion is my opinion. Your opinion is your opinion. And it's not going to be the same. So exactly. I look, I feel the way I feel, and that's the way it's going to be. So
exactly.
All right, keep it moving. Next subject. Let's go.
Lead on out of there. All right. So, all right, guys. So let's see. We want to get on. You guys know that this is what am I trying to say here? I'm getting tongue twisted because I got so excited about domestic violence awareness.
Yeah, domestic violence awareness, sir.
Yeah. And so this week, man, we're going to get in a little bit about gaslighting. You know what I'm saying? Understand how a gaslight is actually a form of domestic violence as well. So I'm going as far as video as well. I'm on videos today like a mug.
You are. Let's go. You got it working. Let's go.
On domestic violence or whatever, just to kind of give you guys an understanding. And also for those that basically have been going through domestic violence or recognize what's happening to you, most definitely would love you to actually call this number that's going to be scrolling across the bottom there. Hotline, National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-SAFE. That's National Domestic Violence Hotline at 800-799-SAVE, which is 7233. All right. So just give you guys an outlook on what gaslighting being as a domestic violence. I'm gonna give you before Levan said it's a business. Yeah, exactly. Agree. You know. All right. Let's see here. Oh shoot. I got something. All right.
What's next? Let's go.
Here it goes.
It's very broad and sometimes is so subtle and so covert that people just don't know.
Emotional abuse is a subtle form of manipulation, and it comes in many forms. The primary motive is and maintain control of the victim.
The abuser wants to control the victim, meaning he wants that victim to totally depend and rely on him or her.
Doretha Rice from Safe Shelter in Savannah says perpetrators use demeaning behaviors to beat down a victim's self-esteem.
Emotional abuse usually be when a victim states that their abuser is belittling them, calling them out of their names, and basically just using that as a form of manipulation.
Abusers do this because a person with a weakened spirit is easier to control. Other manipulators isolating the victim, and excessive jealousy or possessiveness. The tactic abusers use most often is called gaslighting.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So gaslighting is what we're gonna get into today. Is the whole thing about gaslighting. In case you guys don't know, the tactic abusers use most often is called gaslighting. This involves telling lies, specifically designed to mess with. Is explained why this is effective. It denies the person reality, and then in turn makes them feel crazy, and then they're really confused. Again, a confused person is easier to control. Behavior go on. Victims may begin to slow develop feeling shame, hopelessness, and fear. They may be in denial that they're being abused, or they think that they can deal with it. But that's when a victim may begin to experience insomnia, isolation, and shame. So these conditions can turn into long-term physical. I just say it right.
Psychological.
Physiological, not going to get it out right. Physiological damage like post-traumatic stress disorders or PTSD. Okay, so understanding, what it is, and if you guys has been going through it or whatever, if you guys have anything on that, what I just said, because we have sometimes ignored abuse, because we don't think it is really hurtful or whatever, but it is. You ever been in a situation, dog, where someone tried to belittle you or make you feel like that you're not, who as good as you are, or and in order to make themselves feel good, they try to do that, especially like if you had an ex or whatever, and that was one of your guys' arguments. Have you ever had that?
I mean, yeah, I've had that before, but for the most part, for me, when it comes to that kind of stuff, if your self-esteem is in the right place, you should be good to go. But a lot of people, when they get beat down, it gets to that point where they can't take that. And
Mm-hmm.
that basically, like you said, gaslighting, making them feel like, well, they ugly, ain't nobody else gonna want you, stuff like that. So, that's stuff that is a definite red flag.
Yeah, yeah. What was one of the like experience that you have that you can let people know too, when it came to such abuse?
I mean, basically for me, in my first marriage, it was just a matter of, somebody telling me that, I'm out here busting my ass, working hard, doing everything I can do, but trying
Mm-hmm.
to make me feel like less of a man, like I'm not providing for my family. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Just
right,
stuff
right,
like that, which don't make no sense.
right.
I'm the only one working. You quitting every job you get. So you
Yeah.
tell me how I'm less of a man. But that's the kind of stuff that I went through. And I'm sure for women it's a whole lot different. Or it could even be the same.
Did you ever realize that it was a domestic abuse at the time, or did you just kind of think of it as just an argument and it never really bothered you to the point where you got depressed about it or anything like that?
No, I just took it as an argument. But once again, when you get older and the more you learn, the more you know
Right.
that
And then plus,
it's not just an argument. It's actually somebody trying to set you up.
it's also when someone is weak. You know what I'm saying? Is
Yeah.
very, have a very weak personality, and can, let words hurt them, easily.
Hmm.
And that person that you're with, and they bounce and bounce and bounce on that or whatever, in order even just to keep you around or whatever. And you're not realizing that that's what this person is doing. So you got to understand that you guys out there that's listening, that's being in domestic violence, and like someone constantly that you're stronger than what one has say about you. I've been in a situation before where someone tried.
Hmm.
They actually tried to belittle me and try to make me feel bad, especially about the things that I was doing and all that kind of stuff or whatever. But being that I have a strong will, that I did never or so ignored it. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
continue to continue my quest that I was going for in order to move on. I did stick around longer than what I should have. You know what I mean? Because
Hmm.
sometimes if you thinking that you can, when you're in the midst of, especially in a relationship, and you really care about somebody, you do get to a point where you think that you can either change that person's mind or turn them around in some kind of way in order to how can I put it? In order to keep the relationship going.
Right.
And really what's happening is I look at you watching the game. What's really happening is that you're, just fueling the fire. You know what I'm saying? You're fueling the fire or whatever, because that person is already in a domestic abusive state of mind. You know,
Because what you're, like you said, what you're doing is you're actually giving them more power. You're
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 giving them
you're,
more
you're
power by staying
empowering
around.
them to feel like, okay, I can do this. It's going to work. So
And it's
shit,
right, yeah.
I'll just keep doing it.
And make them think that they're right. Yeah, make them
Right.
feel that they're right or whatever.
Right.
So I would love to hear. We got a lot of comments today. I knew it was gonna be like this on a Thursday night on doing the game, man.
Exactly. Hey, it just went to halftime, so yeah.
It's halftime. Watch everybody come in. Everybody that's watching the game, y'all better get in here.
Come on
right?
in at halftime. Let's go.
Get in on this combo. But yeah. So those are some of the things or whatever that you have to look out for when it comes to domestic violence awareness. You know what I mean? And then also, like I said, just check the number down at the bottom that's scrolling, and give someone a call and even talk about or whatever. Any type of abuse is serious, though. And no one deserved to experience it. So if someone you love in an abusive situation, the best thing you can do is listen to them, validate their feelings, and be ready to act when the time is right. You know what I mean? And that's basically, and sometimes you have the friends that you see that, you know what I'm saying? Reach out to them a little bit more. Don't just
Right.
ignore that friend. Don't just ignore it and be like, oh, well, she's going through it, it'll be all right or whatever. No, it's probably deeper than what you guys think. And
Right.
some people end up in it longer than they're supposed to be because they're thinking, oh, argument, y'all get over it. Y'all been together for however long or whatever, But when things happen constantly, you know what I'm saying? And you have to deal with, or listen to the problems that they're having, really reading into it or whatever, being abusive, that person being abusive, reach out a little bit more, you guys, and try to get them, the right help or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And definitely don't be scared to talk to them. Let them know that you see what's going on, and you want to help them. But the bottom line is the only bad part is you can't help someone that doesn't want help.
Want to be helped, yeah.
So you have to approach it, gently, so that person don't cut you off, but just let them know that you see what's going on.
Because sometimes people think that you're just trying to,
start some shit.
Start some shit, yeah. That's that you're trying to basically, start something with of whatever their relationship is, or you maybe thinking they jealous of your relationship and all that type of thing or whatever. So those are the things that we got to look out for. You know what I'm saying, for our friends and our family and stuff. Especially for families. I don't know. Have you had with like anyone in the family or whatever, and to see that in your family and you try to get them a warning and then they still go back with that person?
Bruh, my sister.
My sister as well.
Bruh, wait a minute. Her first marriage, well, her only marriage, nigga, they had a fight the night before they got married.
Wow.
And I mean a bloody fight, bruh. And I told her then, I was like, hey, y'all shouldn't get married.
Yeah.
But they got married. It lasted a few years, and then they got divorced, and now they done.
And was it all because of the abuse or whatever?
Pretty much, yeah.
Or whatever the case may be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I with my sister, I actually witnessed some things or whatever that was going on, and that the abuse that she was taking, from guys or whatever. And I almost wanted to fight her. What's up, Facebook? You are.
Yeah. What's up?
I almost wanted to fight her because it was hurting me that she was getting abused all the time.
Right.
And she wasn't, and she was still going back to that person, And of course, I wasn't as knowledgeable as I am now when it came to this type of thing,
Mhm.
but if I had known then or whatever, I think I would have gotten her, some sort of help, at least go talk to somebody one time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It would have been my mission to make sure that she talked to somebody one time.
Right.
Back in the day, of course, you know what I'm saying? You thought, you could talk to the pastor and, all that type of stuff or whatever, man, but
Mm-mm.
that doesn't help.
Mm-mm.
Because when you're talking to a pastor, they're on one accord only when it comes to religion and all that type of stuff, and so they're more talking to you about it, and as
Well,
opposed to how to rectify and get through this problem.
it's like I told you before, man. They the ones gonna tell you, hey, well, pray on it. Okay, but
Right.
I can't pray on it while you punch me in my face.
Right. Facebook said it doesn't help help at all. What doesn't help at all? Let us know. I speak from experience. Tell us about your experience. Who's this on Facebook? Give
I
me your
know.
name.
Who is this Facebook user?
I don't know if it's Gussie, if it's who, what I'm saying. Sometimes we get people with no names on here or
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah, let us know what your experiences is and see if it's something we can talk about as well. You know what I'm saying? And then also our viewers going to Pastor.
Oh, it's hey, Wana. It's
Who's
Wana.
Wana? You know Wana?
Man, Wana was on here last week.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Hey, Wana.
Yeah, what's up? So yeah, what was one of your experience, Wanda, real quick, and we'll move on or whatever. I would love to know what your experience was when it came to that or whatever. And there's something that we can probably help others get through that might have been an experience that as well or whatever.
Well, she talked about some of it last week when we were talking, and we were talking about the reason, her ex-husband. And why, I don't want to say why she's not married right now, or why she's not really worried about a relationship, because she's trying to work on herself.
Right.
Which is a good thing. But I'm pretty sure, because we were talking about Juana's ex-husband, that dude had I guess he was a serial cheater.
Oh, okay. I remember. Yeah, he wanted to what she said, he wanted to rehab.
He went to a men's rehab home and he was okay for a while.
For a while.
That's the way it usually goes when people go to rehab, stuff like that, it doesn't change who they fundamentally are. It'll hide it for a little while, but
ain't that the purpose? Ain't that the purpose of rehabbing, is to change?
It is to change, but a lot of people don't, if that makes sense. What happens is that they change it for a time being, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But if they never admit that they are what they are, and they have to work to change it. It's just like my aunt. My aunt was an alcoholic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even when she got through rehab, when she went to AA, she never said that I'm an ex-alcoholic. You always going to be an alcoholic.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And if you don't acknowledge that, or if people come out and they like, man, that was the old me. I'm not a drug addict no more. That's still in you.
Right.
And you have to live with that every day and acknowledge that you're always going to be an addict.
Mm-hmm.
You're always going to be abusive unless you actually, just like she said, but then he backslid so many times, not just to drugs, it was women too.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. If you don't acknowledge that you have that problem every single day, and it's something difficult that you have to deal with every single day, it's never going to get better.
Right. I think sometimes people would do things just so the person that they're with, you know what I'm saying? Like some people, I'm going to rehab, I'm gonna be better or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, mentally they really haven't really changed. You know what I mean? And like she said, you know what I'm saying? It was like, he basically kept backsliding. He's going, but he's still doing this other stuff, which means it wasn't helping. You know what I mean?
Because he wasn't doing it. He wasn't doing it for her. He was doing it for him.
Right. No, he wasn't doing it for him. He wasn't
doing it for her.
He was doing it for her.
Yeah.
And he was doing it just for the cause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got so tired of going to the pastor. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And not to say not you know, I don't never like to, you know, and I'm not saying nothing negative about a pastor and about how they go about
Right.
helping and, you know, people and stuff. They have their ways or whatever, and not for everyone, you know. And that's how that's the only way I can put it. It's kind of like it helps for some people, but sometimes you got to have more than just that. You got to have someone that's basically has real knowledge or degrees in how to talk to people in a certain way to let them understand and giving them those certain exercises to recognize and see what they basically are up against. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? And recognize when that person is not really being true to themselves and who they are. This is what happens. This is how you recognize this, and this is when it's time to go. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? That's what that's a, you know, that's what I get from it. Go ahead, dog.
So I finally said, okay, look, if you want to be with whoever, but stop hurting the children and me, just leave and don't hurt us anymore.
Yeah,
That's what it is though. A lot
yeah,
of times those guys, they don't have anywhere else to go.
yeah.
And so they're gonna try to do whatever they can to stay where they are, and
Or,
they don't care who they hurt. But
yeah,
I'm just glad that Wanda, you were able to get out of that.
yeah. And it's the thing of you know, they want to have their cake and eat it too.
Oh yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? They
definitely.
want to do whatever they want to do outside of that. You know what I mean? And she said, I tried for 19 years
Mm-hmm.
to know about. Wow, wow. You know what I'm saying? That was a long time. And I think on that note, 2 years. On that note, man, we need to go into this last or this next topic, man. Uh as you guys know that by the title, you know what I'm saying? I'm asking is it was it a fake marriage or was it something a situation couldn't get out of? I'm talking about Jada Smith uh uh
Will
Will
Smith.
Smith. Yes. I had action here. I had some kind of there we go. All right. Yeah, so I'm talking about Jada and Will. So in case you guys haven't known and haven't been watching and keeping up with the news, Jada actually just now confessed about or just not I don't say confessed, but she just opened up about their marriage being over probably 7 or 8 years ago. They've been separated, but
Mm-hmm.
just you know, a divorce or whatever. You know, so my question is, did they uh did they use celebrity marriage to fool the public? Or was it real a serious situation that they really couldn't you know what I mean? What you think is was behind all of her doing all this? Oops, let me take a I'm clicking on the wrong thing here. Yeah, so what do you think? What do you think?
So I think it was a fake. It was a fake marriage, and she stayed in it to try to stay relevant.
Mm,
Because without him, like her career, it kind of peaked a bit, and
right.
then it kind of it went down, and like to where she wasn't doing much of nothing.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
and then then she did her red table talks and all this other stuff. So
Mhm.
she did it to stay relevant. Cause
Mhm.
your boy Will always got work, man. That's why he won that Academy Award, bro.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
he's good. He got that bread. He stays paid.
yeah. And he's still getting paid, right? Ain't they still giving movie deals even after the whole slap thing?
Yeah, that Emancipation movie that he did that came out was after he did the Smack thing.
How did they do? Do you know?
I don't think it did very well. I'm gonna tell you, I saw it. It's a damn good movie. It's a
Yeah.
damn good movie, but I think a lot of people didn't watch it because of the slap.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the people that watched it, it rated well. It's a very good movie.
Mhm. Mhm. She said, "Poor Chris." Yeah.
To me, it's just messed up, and it's funny that she waited till she wrote a book to put all this shit in the book. So it's publicity, bro.
That
Every time something come up, she want a
yeah.
book or a show, some controversy come up.
Yeah. And it's crazy because a lot of people don't understand. That's why I said we don't never know what really is going on behind closed doors. You know, when they have their opinions. You know, I'm one as well, of course. That's why we be on here because we got opinions we want to talk about.
Exactly.
uh, but um, from the sounds of broken up for 7 years or so, or separated years or so. This whole thing with Jason Derulo, is that his name?
Yeah, Jason Derulo. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't Jason Derulo.
Give me the name, y'all, if y'all don't hear watching. Let
Yeah,
me
I
know.
can't remember the entanglement.
Ain't it Jason something though?
Man, damn, I'm really bad. I'm bad with names. I can't even remember that one.
Anyway, you guys know who I'm talking about. The
Yeah.
whole the sex affair, deal that was going on.
Oh no, it was okay. It was August Alsina.
August. Oh, okay. There it was.
August Alsina.
Okay. Thanks. So when that was going on, it was like they were already separated.
Exactly.
So the big story behind that or whatever just brought tension onto them, especially when she started the real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When she started Red Table, that started blowing up. That had news. That bring thought. Then after that, was the whole slap. That still brought up, what I'm saying, a whole big thing or whatever for the Red Table. And now is the fact is the book is out.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's promoting the book and telling the truth or whatever. They've even promoted where, he even, the whole family opened parts of the book and was like, wow, and all this type of stuff or whatever, So understand, you guys, sometimes we get fooled by the hype. We get fooled behind. There's always some other things that are going on. When they basically had this going on, separation for 7, right? Everything that happened up a point that wouldn't have been a factor. It wouldn't have been news.
Nope.
It wouldn't have been, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been a book deal, probably. You know what I mean? And celebrity couples, man, it's kind of like you a lot of people get married because they're up there, they're in that class or whatever. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Just so they can actually do exactly what Jada and Will did. I don't know. I ain't blaming them, but it's still kind of messed up that you kind of fooled the world. You know what I mean? It's kind of like y'all fooled the world or whatever about this whole. And I'm putting the camera on me because what are you looking at the damn game?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're killing me, man. You're killing me. Go ahead.
It's all good. She said, "What? That's why I don't get wrapped in celebrity gossip." Yeah. It's kind of like you can hear the gossip, but just don't take it. You know what I'm saying? Just take it with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Wrap yourself up and construct your life in a way to where, you know what I'm saying, because they're doing this and they're doing that, because everything that you see up front is always something that you can believe, understand that.
Right.
I wanted to get that off my chest, man. I wonder what people, I wish more people was in here commenting. She said that's funny. She said, "Yep,
I got my things to deal with."
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's the other thing too, is we got our own lives to deal with or whatever the case. So don't always get,
Caught up in other people's stuff.
and behind the hype. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up. All right. I have, while we were talking, I have a dear sister question. Maybe I should have read this first.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, but here we go. Let me see. All right. So you guys, we got a dear brother, dear sister question. A beautiful young lady that I know who actually, I can't say no names because, you know what I'm saying, they might not really want their name out there, but it says, do you think it's possible to recreate trust once one partner breaks it?
I mean, we kind of talked about that last week.
Let me read it.
I don't know. Me personally, I think you can, but I don't think it happens. I don't think it happens as much as people might think it happens.
What do you mean?
So what I mean by that is once you break that trust, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can stop doing what you were doing and become try to become a better person and actually become a better person. But the
Uh-huh.
bad part to me is that no matter what happens, you cheated, and that other person is still going to have that in their mind.
It's always going to be
It's
there.
always going to be there. Yes.
That this
Yep.
person gave you and
Yep.
went on, or you think your relationship is moving on. That person's still in their mind that this person is not trustworthy.
The old statement, look, you can forgive, but you'll never forget.
Right. Give and never forget. Is it worthy of standing within that relationship?
I don't know. Me personally, I had to end mines.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even after 29 years, look, I messed up, she messed up, but the bad part is that that's always going to be in the back of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's always going to be there. Now, sure,
Yeah.
some people can overcome it, and yes, it's like she said, yes, but it takes a lot of effort from the offending person, but it also takes a lot of effort from the person that was offended upon.
Yeah.
Because because the first time there's an argument and somebody brings up, well, you screwed, blah, 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 that baggage is always going to be there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's the way I look at it.
That's facts. Wow. Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Be honest, bro. Let it out. I know.
Well, I mean, that's a tough question because some people can do something not realizing that. Some people think the grass is greener on the other side,
Of course.
and so they'll test those grounds, right? And then find out that it's not. You know what I mean? Say for example, someone has been married for however long, for a long time, and never and was married from out of high school,
Mm-hmm.
or just right out of college or whatever. So they never had another relationship outside of that. And then there's all this talk and all this stuff on social media, all these girls on there, you watching, you seeing, and wondering to yourself if you got it enough to go out there and I mean, that's why I'm just saying from my point of view, that's how a guy would think, or whatever. I don't know how women will, because women are a little less subtle than we are. But
Mm-hmm.
you see that, and then you be like, well, maybe this one time I can go on ahead and do, ends up turning into something more serious or longer than what you expected it to, and you get caught at it. And you bet, and now, what I'm saying, once you got caught at it is when you want to backslide and go back to what you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I really do think it could be on the person, can be genuinely wanting to be able to work their long-term, marriage out or whatever, once they actually cheated or something. But like you said, that other person never forget. Never forget that. You know what I mean? Because they trust in their lives, they're trusting in
Mm-hmm.
you, what I'm saying, and their family or whatever, to the point where you just messed up. You really messed up, even though you can be forgiven for it or whatever that case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see why it happens, but it happened. And being that it happened or whatever, I don't know for sure. I'm not 100% sure that it won't happen again.
That's the point. So is it fair of you to try to get that person to take you back? You know what I mean? Is it
Yeah.
fair? Is it fair for you, knowing that it could happen again, to even try to, to even try to expect it to work or try to work it out again?
Well, some people try to do it because of kids,
Which was
you
me.
know,
Yeah, I get it.
which is, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Some people do it because of the kids or whatever, and they try to work it out or whatever, but never forgetting about it. And as soon as something comes up, whether it's so far from the whole cheating thing argument, that's the first thing you're going to think about. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that's going to be your defense or whatever when it comes to your argument and all that kind of stuff. And it's something that's just ongoing. And now you done spent another year or two or whatever trying to work out something that was never going to happen in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like once some things like this happen and you lost the trust in someone, you got to figure out a way of what I'm going to do without this person, you know, and be ready to set and go because
Mm-hmm.
it's going to happen. You know what I mean? Majority of the time it
When it
happens.
go down,
You
it
know,
go down quick.
yeah. Some families that stays with it within the family, because of the family or whatever. Sometimes it works or whatever, but for the most part, I don't know. I don't know. You know, uh, it does, but but that is something that is expected. Expected.
And she corrected in above it. She meant sorry, it's a but.
Oh,
But
that's
that is
expected.
why I say it will take a lot of work from the offending person.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, it takes both parties to be committed to not bring up the affair and he not doing it again.
It's easy to say, but hard to do.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's a hard one. That's a hard to do. So hopefully, caller listener that basically sent us this. Hopefully that has helped.
Yeah.
The information has helped. Me personally, no. I mean, once you cheat on me, man, I'm pretty much done. You know, even if I even think you cheating on me, I'm pretty much I'm already checked out.
Well,
You know.
but here's the thing about that. At your
Mhm,
age and my age, that's my thing. If
mhm.
you cheat, hey, I'm not gonna hit you. I'm not gonna beat up somebody. I'm just gonna move on.
Yeah. No argument.
I'm too old for all that stuff. If that's what
Yeah.
you want to do, hey, go be in them streets.
Yeah. No arguments, no
Yeah,
fight or whatever.
nah, no
It's kind
violence,
of like
no arguments. I'm out.
you made your bed, go ahead and lie in it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because you knew what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? Once you stepped out of the box, you already knew what you was doing.
Mm-hmm.
You already made up your mind to step out of the box, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what would happen if you lose. I mean,
Exactly.
if you do it, you know what I mean? So real quick, I always did my best not to bring up what he did, but when he did it again, I was like, what the fuck? Did I say that?
Yeah,
I
WTF? What the fudge? What
said
the
it right.
fudge?
What the
Yeah, what
fuck?
the fudge?
Yeah, now I ask, how did your last relationship end?
I think she means when she dates, but that I don't. I don't. I mean, it's a good question. I just don't know if you expect them to answer it not honestly.
What is she? Are you asking? Is one of us personally how our
No,
last
no, no, no,
relationship
no.
ended? Or
Wana's saying that now I'm pretty sure she means now that when she goes out with somebody or
Mhm.
before that, she asks how did their last relationship end?
Oh, okay. You read that better than I did, but I
Yeah,
didn't read it like, well, uh, she said, well, that's what I hope.
yeah.
Got you.
That
Okay.
they answer honestly. I'm pretty sure you're gonna hope that, but unfortunately these days, until you actually get in a relationship with them, and you might be able to talk to an ex, or you might, you know what I mean, or not that you're gonna talk to an ex, but
Mhm.
you can only hope that they're honest with you and let you know how the last one ended.
True. 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 Yeah, and that's what she said. She hoped they'll be honest.
We all hope they'll be honest, but
I mean, but you know what? At this age, man, it's
yeah,
kind of like, you know what I mean. It's kind of like, and then with the things that's going on in the world, man, I just don't have time for the
no,
fuckery. You know what I'm
no,
saying? I don't
no,
have time for the mess. I just basically want someone that's basically got my back. You know what I'm saying? I got they back or whatever, and we're moving and making moves. You know what
mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So if y'all ladies out there, if y'all want somebody making moves, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like,
Yeah,
man, and there's no hesitation. It's like no me using you for nothing and you using me for nothing. It's like we making moves and we gonna make it happen. You know what I
right.
mean? That's all it is to it, you know. Um, she
I get it.
says,
I get it. Wanda says I love being single. Look,
yeah,
hey, I'm gonna
I
tell
do
you, it's a pretty good
too.
time to be single.
Whatever, man. I don't like being single no more. I'm tired of I'm doing everything by myself. It's already well, I guess, yeah. Anyway, I ain't even gonna
Yeah.
get into but I am. I'm tired of being single, man. Fuck. It's been a while. I've been single for the last 3 or 4 years. It's not cool. It's not cool. You
Well,
know.
it depends on how messy your last one was. How was your last
Woo,
one end?
15 years. Good Lord. That's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. That's rough. I better not go. I ain't going to, I better not be single within the next year or two, damn it.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, you baby." Right. All right, man. Hey, I told you, man, we had a lot to talk about. We still got, we a little shorter on time this time, so we good. We good.
Hey,
2
we
more
good.
minutes.
Well, because we ain't
Exactly.
we ain't got Fat Boy in here interjecting. You know, he be throwing some stuff in there. You know.
Right. That's all good though. It's all good. And I hope he's everything is like I said that the
Ooh.
guys are just now tapping in that hope his girl's okay. Things was going on in the family wise. So hope everything's all good, boy. And we see you next week, man.
Yes, sir.
That's gonna do it for us, man. You got anything before we leave? What?
I don't, man. I just want to tell everybody that tuned in, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. All y'all tell somebody else so y'all can get in here and get some of this knowledge.
Exactly. And then once again, every time, we definitely want you guys to join us every week at 6 p.m. Now we're on the 6 p.m. schedule. So join us every week at 6 p.m. You gotta, dear brother, dear sisters, hit us up. But my seat went down.
I'm like, you got shorter, bro. What's
up? Dear brothers, dear sisters, y'all hit us up at Dear Brothers and my seat won't work right. All right. Hit us up at Dear Brothers and Dear Sisters at firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com. Drop us a note or whatever. You got questions that you want to ask and also want to come on the show. Send us an email, firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com or whatever. We'd love to have you on and on these discussions that we're on. Once again, we thank all you guys that's been listening and watching. Continue to share this. She said, have a good evening. Have a good evening, fellas, and have a great weekend and stay safe and healthy.
You too,
yes,
Miss Wanna.
Indeed. Huh?
I said, you too, Miss Wanna.
Right. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see y'all next week. And remember, if they talking about you behind your back,
they behind you for a reason.
That's right. Yeah, I got a real. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
All our illusions will disapparate, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We say no.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to do it unless I had it. And remember,